Hello, it is I, Dr. Brian Lorgon 111, and welcome back to Void Stranger, where we are, I guess, aboard this, and trying to solve more puzzles. And so I took at least a brief glance at this one since last time, and I think basically we need the Mimic to walk next to all these guys, possibly ending over here, because he needs to reverse in order to get in there if I want to get the crystal thingamadoo. I suppose it's possible for Gray to get that later, presumably, but I'm gonna need to drop all these statues. Oh, wait. Gray has to be able to walk this at the end. I did not appreciate that before. There's still going to be a Lev statue around, so I can't use the Void Rod at all. Which carries the implication... How can Gray possibly walk any of this? The Mimic has to push the statues around somehow? The Mimic has to just drop the Mon statues, or enough of the Mon statues that Gray can get by? That feels unlikely. What am I not thinking of here? Well, let's imagine, just for a moment, that Gray is eventually going to walk this path in the bottom. This statue definitely looks like it's going to be a problem. But let's imagine that these tiles were still intact. Then the Mimic could have walked, like, this and even, push this down, maybe? I'm not sure. And then walked over here. But then there's still this. And then the Mimic could drop that as well, but then there's still this one. Yeah, there's laser statues in every row or column. And so it feels like I need to drop all of them. The only one blocking statue I could use is this. And so maybe one of them could survive, but if I'm dropping all of these, it's hard to imagine dropping all of these and also still having a path left for Gray to walk. I think I just need to try a path and kind of see what happens. So let's pretend I'm controlling the Mimic. Oh, I have to get us offset too. Alright, that's not a problem. We're offset now. Great. So suppose... Yeah, and I can push the statues around. So yeah, suppose I do something crazy. I can't go up anymore, though, because now I just fall. And the same would be true of going down. Okay, so I can't push the statues around unless there's another direction I can go. Because that's just immediately going to drop all those. And now Gray has nowhere to go without getting shot by a laser that turns you into gold. Okay, so I spent a life there, but I think I learned something, maybe? Is there anywhere I can push a statue and be able to turn? There are a couple spots, but they're not great. Suppose I just try to walk as many tiles as I can with the Mimic. Okay, so that's the next thing I'm going to try. I'm just going to try to take a long path around and dunk a lot of statues. So suppose I do. We got another problem. Gray can choose not to accidentally walk inside the play area by doing this. And I see a problem already, but I see how I could fix it on a future pass. So there is a way that I could have dropped that bottom right statue. But let's just ignore that for the moment. And I just want to see... I went the wrong way. So yeah, I can do something like that. There's still a statue in the way, but now Gray doesn't have anywhere to go, and if I try to use the Void Rod, this happens. So I spent a couple lives in this puzzle already. So what I was witnessing before is that I could have pushed this statue to the right and then turned up here, and that would have connected these statues. So they would have all dropped. So is there so is there a way... I'm starting to have thoughts. It's like a headache with pictures. It's going to involve pushing more statues. And somehow I push enough statues... Yeah, okay. I have to leave a couple of spaces in the middle that Gray will be able to hop across at the end. I have to take out these guys. It was pretty easy to take out all the rest of them. In order to get up to these guys, could I push this twice north? No, not at all. Because when I tried to push it once north, of course it left a trap tile behind that the Mimic was then trapped. And if I tried to take the north route first, but I could have walked there at the end, but if I did that... Okay, suppose I take this path, bump this thing to the right, take this path, I suppose. I'm just taking down all the tiles right now. If I do this and this, I would leave these two tiles, I would leave these two tiles. But I haven't left anything near the start, and Gray needs another tile over here. So how can I preserve another one of these tiles? That's what I don't currently know how to do. So suppose I bump... After I come across here, I bump the Lev statue up. That doesn't help me preserve any of these tiles. And also I still need to get this one. If I had bumped this up, suppose I bump this to the right, I bump this up, then come over here and bump this left. The Mimic still can't walk to the left because then that's just going to drop the rest of the things, and I still haven't connected these two. Is there a way the Mimic can connect these early and still get all these places? Okay, I might be seeing something. If the Mimic takes the north route, could push this statue to the left, and then walk here, and that preserves this tile at least. But by pushing this statue to the left, I've consumed all these other tiles, and so there's nowhere for Gray to go. Unless I could preserve this tile. But there is not a way to do that. Okay, I see a path that's sufficiently interesting after looking at it for a bit that I need to try it out. So let's get us offset. And then let's get my fingers hopefully remembering how to steer the sky left, right, opposite from what I'm expecting. That's already not right. Gosh darn it. Alright, well let's ignore one thing having gone... I can't recover from it in terms of what I'm trying to do. Nope. Alright, so that's another life lost. Yeah, let me just take the loss and try again and do it correctly this time. So I need to offset us, and then I need to teach my fingers to go the directions I want them to go, hopefully, maybe. So, I want to bump this guy down. Do I need to bump him down? I don't even need to, actually. Let's leave that tile there, actually. Yeah, it's better to leave it there, I think. So then I want to go down. I want to bump this guy down. I want to go over. I want to bump this guy down. Then I want to come around. And I think that's basically what I wanted to do. Yeah, let's try this. So if I take out... Oh, I didn't mean to step there. Darn it. So imagine that tile was still there. This tile right here. Gray could hop across here, hop across here, hop across here, and get to the exit. Yes. I wouldn't have gotten that. Is there a way to pick that one up as well? There might be. Okay, so if I didn't screw up that thing at the end, I think this actually works. So let's actually give it a try now. And I might even be able to pick up the memory shard fragment thingamadoo. Alright, come on, fingers. So, I want to push this down. I want to push this down. While I am here, I want that guy to go left, which means I need to go right to push this over, and so I'm going to get the memory shard. Then I want to come down here, and then I want this guy to go right, which means I'm going left, and I'm going to preserve that tile. Now you can die. I picked up the memory shard. I think I did it. Okay. I did it. Okay, that was work. But I figured it out. I was wondering if there's going to be 28 of these levels. Each of the Void Lords had 28 levels in their segment before the Birch Tree was the 28th. And even if you went past Basement 255, I think there were 28 levels before you got to the crazy head that was floating out that would allow you to reset your game. So, what am I looking at here? Statues that can only be pushed once. Seems straightforward enough. What's the issue here? Don't push the ones that don't look very pushable. I can just push you off, except I can't because, right. I might have already created problems for myself. Can I recover from this? That's a great question. Yes, because I can push this off here, and now I have an extra tile to work with. Which I presume is what I want. So I just want to push... Oh, there's a use statue down at the bottom. It's not three... It's 3 gore statues and a use statue. So the use statue I can push wherever I want. At the end. But the other guys I can only push once. I needed to preserve that other gore statue, maybe. Because I can't get to the bottom left-hand corner to get around the other side of one of these statues. So I think I've already screwed it up. I don't think I'm going to learn much, but let's just push some of these statues really quick just to witness. Okay, so that statue's now frozen in place. Yeah, like... Obviously I can do things like that, and that statue's frozen in place. But I don't have anyone to stand on the 4th thing to do. I can move pressure plates, though. Hold on. I didn't think about that. So I could have brought a pressure plate back to the first statue and pushed it onto it. That's probably what I need to do. That's probably what I need to do. I'm not sure if the use statue is just there to gum up the works. And then how can I get around? Around, round, get around, I get around. Because here at the outset, I forgot when I did this. Yeah, I don't have enough mobility here. So is there a way that I can swap this around so that I have the mobility I want? Suppose... Yeah, this works. Okay. So I got around to the other side of this statue. This statue... Oh, it can only be pushed once, so I'm going to need to bring the pressure plate back to it. So all I need to do is get the other 3 pressure plates and then bring the 1 pressure plate back to it, right? That seems right. So this all seems fine. So let's get some of these. And so let's push this one down. And let's push this one down. And let's push this one over. And then find a way to grab this pressure plate, which can't be that difficult. For example, I could do that. And then if I can just get around on the other side of this statue, which I should be able to do easily. Let's grab one other. I should be able to do easily, he says. It's fine. I see a way. Okay, then I can push this over. The door is open. Everybody's fine. We're all fine. Great. Multiple puzzles solved. Alright. Feeling better about myself already. I don't have a lot of choices here. Also, we got more of this stuff going on. And we're like way outside the orbits of something, it seems like, maybe. Although this one... I guess it might have gone off here. Okay, and here's like a giant planet with like a moon going around. I haven't been paying enough attention to the solar system-y stuff that's been going around the outside, but I don't know that it's necessarily important. Okay, so there's a rock to talk to, and I have to use a shadow clone to stand on the exit at the end, but I want to talk to the rock. But talking to the rock... Okay, so I just don't want to get shadow clones yet. Sure. I've got a rod. That gives me just that ability. You're getting closer. Even if you feel stuck. Listen. Remember. Listen. Remember. I feel like that's going to be some kind of clue that I don't yet appreciate. Getting closer. Even if you feel stuck, listen, remember. Alright, well I'm going to call this one a win. And think about this puzzle now. Okay, so I stared at this one for a bit. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 pressure plates that need to be held down. There's a rather finite number of reasonably pushable ones of these. We can move the pressure plates around. Definitely I need to move this one. And there's a number of possible ways to start, but I think it looks like there's a lot of ways that you could solve this. And I don't think I'm going to regret starting this way. So there's 2 of the pressure plates held down already. And then I think I want to come over here, push that out of the way so that I can grab this pressure plate. Although, I think actually what I would like to do is move this pressure plate over here so that I can gain access to this pressure plate now. And do I just want to put it over here and move that guy up? That might be reasonable. I'm going to have to move that guy anyway. I mean, I might as well take advantage of the fact that he's a movable guy. And keep going to pressure plates. That all seems good. And so now, thinking about what's remaining, there's 3 pressure plates left to hold down. This guy could be pressed down here. This guy could be moved left or right. After this guy is pressed down here, I could move him to the left, for example. And this guy could be moved over here, but he would trap this, and so I'd like to see if I could pick that up first. But he's movable, and he's movable, and so I could just push this guy out of the way, potentially. Yeah, These guys would end up boxing out the whole left-hand side, though. Unless this guy moves left. Actually, this guy moving left would be the best next move to preserve my ability to move from left to right, I think is what I'm seeing. So let's go pick up another pressure plate, assuming that that is possible. I'm not immediately sure that that's possible. I can bring a few blocks with me, since I have this awesome rod. Let's place a block here, sure. And here. Okay, so I can push him to the left. Can I grab any of these pressure plates yet? That is a great question. I could also push this guy south, like, down to there. But how do I obtain any of these pressure plates? Actually, if I push this guy into a hole, then I could obtain this pressure plate and still have this guy I think I still have enough guys to do all the things that I need to push onto, so let's try that, I think. So the idea here is discard this statue. Oh no, I'm a dummy. I can't push this guy south twice. Okay. We've got some problems. I still might be able to solve them, but I see problems that I did not see before. There's a number of problems because I can't push this guy south like I was planning to because there's nothing to stand on here, and I can't make it so that there's anything to stand on there right now without sacrificing another statue that I am currently unwilling to do. So instead, actually, suppose I push this guy to the left. Is that very bad for me? I don't think it is. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. There are only 2 pushable statues remaining. No. This one is also still pushable. I could push it south or north after I get some others out of the way. So if I push this guy into the hole to the south, there'd be 2 pressure plates. There'd be 2 pushable statues. I'd be able to get to the corner. And I can even replace this tile to get this one, and I can replace this tile. Yes, so I think this still works. So this guy can just go down here. Then one of the pressure plates needs to go there. Which is easier said than done. It's not too difficultly done, though. Alright. So, there's that one. Let's go ahead and pick this up to get credit for my whatchadoodle. And then this guy could just be pushed into the corner. Sure, okay. There was a lot of ways you could solve this one. You just had to be relatively good at managing your finite resources, which were statues that were in pushable positions that had not already been pushed and turned to gold. But so long as you did some management of that, you're going to be okay, is my assessment of that puzzle. Which brings us here, where I see 1, 2, 3... Okay, I do see the adversary right here. And actually, that's pretty problematic, because he's going to kill me in, like... I'm going to be running from him constantly, as far as I can tell, because I don't see a way to be, like, turning to face him to kill him with the sword. Unless I use pick up, put down, he'll immediately move here and then hit him with the sword. And I do need to kill this guy, so I think I have to do that. So I think I have to use my pick up, put down right at the beginning of the puzzle to kill him. And then I can start killing all the rest of these guys. And the rest of these guys do not look difficult to kill. Somewhat false, because I won't be able to use my staff anymore. And so the monster mouths will still be problematic, because they're not as easy to kill with the sword from various distances. I can still work that out, I think, though. I feel like I've got a good... Oh, hold the phone. The exit's way over here. I have to use a pickup, put down to get to the exit. So I can't kill this guy at the beginning the way that I was thinking. Which means I have to be running from him constantly, but that's impossible. So what am I not thinking of? I will be able to use shadow clones to cut off the diamond octahedron dude from chasing me for a bit, because the shadows could break line of sight. But I can't use a shadow clone, because once I have a shadow, I will never be able to get to the exit, because I can only pick up and put down once. Which means there's going to be have to be a tile I fly across, and shadows can't fly across. So these are just danger tiles that if I step on, I lose the game. So if I'm not creating shadow clones, it's also possible to cut off a octahedron who's chasing me by having... Oh, if I walk... No, these guys only follow me by line of sight. So it's not like I could be moving in somewhere and have this guy also move into the same square. This guy only moved to the right, for example, if he sees me to the right. If I am to the right of him, ignore everything else. Imagine this is the only guy in the world. Imagine the octahedron is chasing me and I've just come down from here, so the octahedron's right behind me here. I move down here. This guy moves right behind me. If I were to then move right, this guy would move toward me and the octahedron would move toward me. They'd annihilate one another. So that's going to be the move. That move will not be difficult, or sorry, will not be easy to pull off. I have to think about where I can execute it. Because this guy's going to be constantly chasing me, so I'm going to have to do a specific type of dance. Actually, is that true? I can go anywhere I want, right? He's just always going to follow me. I just have to make sure I don't back myself into a corner. And so I have to find places where I can be facing enemies, killing things. Once I kill this thing, it'll move toward me. And then I'll just need to somehow circle around and execute plan as described. So once again, I want to orthogonally move in front of him with one space so that he'll be next to me. So suppose I come up here, kill this dude, kill this dude. He will be already here. And so I could walk back. I need to push this statue farther to the north. I could use the statue to kill some guys too. But I need to push this statue farther to the north so that I will be able to turn around in this area. And then I'll be able to execute my plan. Okay, I think I have a plan. So, it is. Push the statue. I can't push the statue a second time because then the guy catches up to me and I am dead. So if I can't push the statue a second time, that means I can't turn around in that area. And I also can't turn around in this area because this guy will see me again. He can see me twice, maybe? There might still be a way to do that. Okay, let's improvise. I've got 35 lives. Let's hope there's not that many levels left. Oh no! I can't kill guys with my sword either because that also takes a turn. So I have to execute the diamond killing agenda as the very first thing, except that's impossible. Because it would require me to step on a shadow clone, which, by the way, if I step on a shadow clone, then I can never get rid of these guys. And I need to get rid of these guys to get to the exit. So these are trap tiles I can never step on. How do I get this guy off my back? It's time for me to sit and look at the puzzle again. Okay, after a little bit I see it. It's crazy. I need to pick up the sword. I don't have access to a sword anymore. But I do have killing devices. I got a statue, and I've got another statue. And that's how we're gonna kill everybody. So, obviously I need to kill this guy first. The monster mouths are gonna be pretty scary. I think if I push this to the right, I can still push it in every direction. Suppose I push it up. No. Okay, so if I walk up here, I could bait this guy to the right. Then I could come down here. This guy would have already moved right twice. Yeah, that's kind of bad. Bait him down. This guy would have moved to the side again. And then I wouldn't be able to push it up into him because this guy would have come on over. Okay. So maybe... Okay, maybe I need to kill this guy next somehow, but he's in... I could bait him to the right and then down and then kill him over here. That actually seems plausible. That seems pretty plausible. Okay, so let's suppose... Bait this guy right, bait this guy down, and then just go kill, 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 kill. I maybe should have baited him to the right once more, because now I'm not sure about the ordering of killing the rest of these guys. Yeah, I might have some problems here. I might be able to still pull it off. Let's just imagine I'll be able to pull it off, and if not, I'll figure something out. Oh, I've already got a huge problem. I can't bait you in any direction. If I push a statue to the edge, I can't use it to kill anything else. And if I push it north, I don't think I can get around you. I don't think there's anywhere that I can go. Could I pull you all the way over here? And then down here? I might be able to. So let's give that a try. Suppose I do this. And I want you to come one more over. No, if I pull you south, then I'm dead. And there's no way for me to get around you at this point, because I can't pull you north. And if I pull you over here, I'm dead. Yeah, I'm just dead. Okay, I killed myself. I think I understand what I did wrong. So let's try this again. Pick this up. Take my hand off the keyboard so I don't press that button again. Do this. This is fine because I can still move the statue in any direction. We haven't committed to anything yet. But now I gotta start being careful. And so I think what I did wrong is I want to bait this guy 2 tiles to the right, so I'll still have access to the statue in all directions. So I think I want him here. And then I can kill him with the statue, and I can still push the statue to the right. Because now I think the next guy I want to go after is this guy, and I believe I see a safe way to do it. Which is... yeah, this seems fine. There and there. And now I can at least kill these guys. No problem. And so now I have access to walk around the top, and so that gives me a way to walk around this monster mouth after having killed this thing and push this thing to the north. Which I think is the key, and so let's just try to plan it out. So, I push this thing to the north. I can then start baiting this guy over here, but then I could go up here and bait him to the north, and then I can come back around here and bait him back over this way and push him into the side this way. That should work. I don't see 100% of it, but I see like 90% of it, and I don't see any problems yet. So, I want you to come all the way over here, and here, and here, and I think that's good enough because now I can push the statue. Oh! Forgot that this was sitting on a, what do you call, tile? Do I still have enough room to get you around? Yeah. So I think I'm still okay. Let's get this somewhere. Oh boy. I'm not sure I can recover from this now. I'm fairly certain that if I am to recover from this now, I have to move south at this point, which I don't love, but let's try it. I could now do this, and then gain access to the statue again. Great. Let's do this. Now I can kill you? Okay. We recovered. There was probably a simpler way to do that, but I got it done. I'm still holding a tile. It has my sword on it. But what matters is that it is a tile that I can place on the ground and get to the exit. Ha-cha-cha-cha-cha. Okay. And it looks like we're moving toward the center of the universe or something. Oh my goodness. This is rough. How long has this taken me so far? Yeah, it looks like that's probably enough to fill a video for today, and I have some laundry that's just come out of the dryer that I need to fold anyway, and so this is a good place for me to call it a day. I'm going to say, as always, I hope as always that you guys are having a great day, and I will see you again soon with more Void Stranger, where we are trying to continue to the center of this or the universe or something. I've kind of lost track of exactly what we're doing right now, but I'm sure it's going to be great. Look forward to it.